Spike gave me the DVD. Like
you were like, what is this?
You know, yeah, right. No, but he gave me the. I loved it. He was like, yo, wait. It just slipped me the DVD, and I'm like, you act like it's drugs, bro. It's like it's a movie, but like, yeah, he slipped me the DVD, and this was like before we had started shooting, and he was like, you know, I want you to watch this, and I didn't watch it. I know, he knows. But we had started shooting, and finally in the middle of shooting, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually watch the movie now, because you know I didn't really want to imitate him, or I didn't want to watch him and have his portrayal of the character. You know, I didn't want to have his version of the character in my mind when I was creating this new version. So, but it was good to watch it in the middle at least, and yeah, man, you know, it's an iconic film, and he created an iconic role, so it's dope to be able to play that.
You know, he did an interview recently where he was talking about some of the lines, the famous line like "baby please," you know, and the interviewer said, where did the idea to repeat that stuff come from? Do you know what his answer was?
The idea to repeat,
like to repeat
himself?
The same word? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
he said he couldn't memorize the script.
Yeah.
So he just kept saying the line
Spike
over and over.
Spike does that in real life, though.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so be like, my man's. Like, you know, like he'll repeat himself over and over. Like he'll say the same word or the same phrase over and over. So I think he just kind of, you know, naturally like, you know, translated that over to his character. And like coincidentally, I do that in life as well. So it was like supernatural when I was like, please, mommy, mommy, please, you know.
So that's a line from the show.
Right.
Was that scripted that way, or did you play with the lines the same way Spike played with them when he played the role in his original movie?
Do you mean that specific line?
Or I guess I'm asking, you know, in theater, when you have a script, you stick exactly to the script. There's no playing with it. And in TV, sometimes with multiple takes, you have the opportunity to improv a little bit. And I'm curious as to how much permission you had to improv and play with the lines. A lot.
Yeah. Like there's one scene in particular. I mean, how many of y'all have seen the show? I don't know. Have y'all? For those of y'all who've seen the show, this is not a spoiler alert. So, but there's a moment where I'm on the bed with Nola, and you know, I ask her, I'm like, you know, do I do it to you as good as these other dudes? And you know, I'm like, you know, you got mad room for all my Jordans underneath your bed. And then I you know, the beginning part of that was scripted, but then there's a whole section where I'm jumping over her, going back and forth on the bed, showing her how I used to sell bras and beauty supplies to women at Victoria's Secret. And that was from real life experience.
Really?
Like, I improv that whole scene because I used to work at Victoria's Secret for real. And I was like, yo, Spike, yo, I got a good one. He's like, all right, bet. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, I used to work at Victoria's Secret, bro. I was like, yo, let me just, he's like, yeah. Talk about that. So I was just, you know, so I got a whole section where I'm like, I got Nola's underwear on my face, and I'm like telling her, like, yo, this is how I used to sell the Incredible bra. This is how I used to sell the Bombshell. You know, like, yeah, so.